Now look, everybody remembers and misses the original Bloodline, the faction that carried the company for almost 3 years. But since Roman's lost at WrestleMania 40, everything changed because of this guy. Yup, Solo SIKOA. Since Roman's departure, Solo has been crowned the new head of the table, and right now things are really heating up. Now you're probably wondering how we got here. Let me take you back just a little. Following a week after Mania on SmackDown, Solo took initiative and made a statement about how losing comes with consequences, which was directed to Roman Reigns and also Jimmy Uso. So he took matters into his own hands and kicked Jimmy off the team, and started his own bloodline, where we seen the son of Haiku, Tama Tonga, making his debut. Solo and Tama brutally jumped Jimmy, which concerned Paul Heyman, to even try to call Roman about the matters of the bloodline. Following the next week of SmackDown, Solo and his MFT Tama Tonga turned their attention to the second victim, which ended up being Kevin Owens, who got wrecked backstage and in ring, leading KO to bleed on TV. The week after, Kevin Owens came for get backs and started to beat on Tama Tonga backstage, and ended up in the ring where he eventually got outnumbered. Saving the day, Randy Orton came out to defend KO, which led to Randy chasing out the new bloodline out the ring and also being held back by the WWE security team. Now, night one of the WWE draft comes around, and as we learn that Roman Reigns called to be exempt from the draft, leaving a new bloodline third-round pick to stay on SmackDown. The day before Backlash, PLE, Randy and KO hosted their RKO show, where they were ambushed by Solo, and Tama ended up being broken by security, leaving Randy and KO the upper hand. Now here's where everything gets interesting. At WWE Backlash, it was the new bloodline versus Randy and KO. Before the match even began, the two teams went at each other, leading Nick Aldis to come out and let them know that the match would be a street fight. After minutes of the brawl, KO goes to pin Tama, and incoming Tonga Loa, the newest member of the new bloodline, pulls the ref out the ring, stopping the pin, leaving the bloodline victorious. After Backlash, Tama Tonga entered the King of the Ring tournament, and his first opponent in the first round was Angelo Dawkins, who lost against Tama by distracting by Solo and Loa beating up his tag team partner, Montez Ford. The next week, Tama ended up going against LA Knight in the second round, where he won clean. Actually. Tama eventually lost in the third round semifinals against Randy, which we all was really expecting. Following the week after the King of the Ring PLE, there was an anointment set up for Tonga Loa, but got crashed due to KO and the Street Profits, leading them to have a match set up, which was the main event for SmackDown. The Bloodline lost because of Solo hitting Montez Ford with a chair. After the match, the Bloodline eradicated the Street Profits and drove Kevin Owens through the announcement table. Fast forward in the Clash of the Castle after Cody Rhodes' match against AJ Styles, Solo appeared on stage while Cody was celebrating his win, and out come the Bloodline. Jumping Cody Rhodes, was led to Randy and KO coming out to help Rhodes. 2 weeks after, CM Punk come out for a promo on SmackDown to address Drew McIntyre. The Bloodline come out interrupting, where Solo demanded Punk to acknowledge him. Now we all know CM Punk, he's not letting anyone step on his toes. The Bloodline surrounded the ring, where incoming Cody Rhodes with two backs to back him off. Cody then challenged Solo to a one-on-one. Before Solo went out for his match, he informed the concerned Paul Heyman that Roman Reigns isn't coming back. Now during the match, Tama and Loa came out to jump Cody Rhodes, leading Randy and KO to come out and even the numbers. Then incoming the most anticipated newest member of the Bloodline, the Werewolf, Jacob Fatu, wreaking havoc on all three of them, and ended up jumping from the top rope, putting Cody Rhodes through the announcement table. Now after the show, I asked my followers on X how they felt about Jacob's debut, and it's obvious Jacob Fatu will be a very dominant chess piece in the new Bloodline. Just last night on SmackDown, in the very beginning, we seen the Bloodline get rushed by Kevin Owens, Randy, and Cody on stage and got beat up throughout the whole arena. Next, we seen Solo telling Paul Heyman to tell him he's ready to officially make him his wise man. After that, for the main event, there was a Bloodline acknowledgement ceremony for quote-unquote the newest tribal chief, Solo SIKOA. Solo first introduced his newest member of the Bloodline, Jacob Fatu, who came out with a wonderful entrance. Then we seen Solo have everybody acknowledge him. Next thing you know, Solo came up to Paul Heyman, and Heyman refused to acknowledge Solo. So Solo Samoan spiked Heyman, then threw him on the ground to set him up for a splash from Jacob. Next thing, they pulled Paul Heyman out the ring and put Paul Heyman through an announcement table. Then Jacob crowned Solo as the newest tribal chief. Now after the show, Paul Heyman was seen leaving MSG on a stretcher, and we all know Roman's finna be pissed. It's possibly the next time we see Heyman will be with Roman, his tribal chief. Also, WWE paid a tribute to the late great SIKOA, the father of Roman Reigns, which was a very nice addition to the show. And I really think people really be forgetting how deep the Bloodline really is, just not on TV, but in general. We seen so many great talent from them, and I personally want to thank them for all the memories they gave and still give us to this day. The heat that the Bloodline is getting right now is crazy. There is so much build-up potential for a Roman Reigns return, possibly and mostly anticipated for the upcoming PLE SummerSlam. We have also yet to see Jimmy return as well, even though we all thought he was going to come back last night at MSG. There are also more rumors on 2 potential new Bloodline members that are supposed to be arriving soon, such as Zilla Fatu and also Hakulia, if I'm pronouncing it right, my bad. We even have yet to see The Rock return as well. Now, I was also thinking about Jey Uso and how they can mix him back in the Bloodline story. I think a good way to do that would be having the Bloodline come out during the Money in the Bank match and cause Jey Uso to win at the upcoming PLE, which would be a perfect start to build up towards Jimmy and Roman's return. And I don't know about y'all, but WWE is doing very well with the Bloodline 2.0 story, and it's only going to get better as the year progresses. Now, thank you all for watching, and turn on post notifications to know when the next time I drop. I plan on being consistent with the content I put out, so if you made it far in this video, drop in the comments below to let me know what y'all like to see from me. I appreciate the love, and we only gonna grow way bigger as the year progresses. Share and like this video, and I'll see y'all next time.